Nicholas Goatifi. They've put it in. They've put Nicholas Goatifi in the game. Formula Legends is out today for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, PC on Steam, and I've got an early access to this game. I've already played 10 hours prior to the launch of this game. This is going to be my full in-depth review of Formula Legends full game. I have been provided this free and early to allow me to produce this video to give you my full thoughts and feedback. There is absolutely no content restriction that I can say about this game. There's literally just, here's the game. The only restriction is that I'm not allowed to release any content on the game until the agreed time. Now that has passed and we're good to go. This game is intended for as an arcade kind of casual racing experience, so we won't be needing the wheels. I'm just going to remove that and launch the game. So what exactly is Formula Legends? Well, I think the images behind me right now just show exactly what it is. It is a F1 through the ages arcade racing game. So it's got this cute looking but incredibly detailed F1 cars through the ages, from the 60s right through to the modern day era with the hybrid engines. These cars look absolutely fantastic. One thing to point out, guys, before we get too far, and please make sure you keep your eyes out in this video and comment below, this is an unlicensed Formula 1 game, so we don't have Williams or Felipe Massa in this game. We have Wilwin and Felice Masso. So guys, keep a lookout for these pseudonyms and like name people in this game. In fact, just behind me we have Hans Troll. Give me your guesses as to who that could be. And it's the exact same thing when it comes to the tracks. None of these tracks in this game are licensed, and neither do they look exactly like the way they should be. But they have subtle hints as to what tracks they are. So we've got the Belgium Ardennes GP, and we also have it in the vintage classic and then the modern era. So I'm saying that's Spa, I think, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you look on the track map, you can see different features of the track that echo the real life track, but it's not exactly the same. We have France Riviera Streets GP. Two guesses as to what that could be. Again, we have the vintage layout, the classic layout, and then the modern era layout. Great Britain, Old Prestige GP, the vintage layout, the classic layout, and then the modern layout. And I don't yet have this track unlocked. To unlock the tracks, you play through story mode, and each time you complete a race on this new track, then you get to unlock it for time trial and other modes in the game. And over to Germany, we've got the Green Forest GP, the vintage layout, and guys, that has to be the Nürburgring Nordschleife. Echoes of that with the castle in the background for sure. That's the vintage layout. We bring on to the GP layout when we go to the classic one. It's the Green Forest GP, and then the modern layout. I haven't yet unlocked it, but that is for sure the Nürburgring GP circuit. Over to Italy now, and the Temple of Speed GP, the vintage layout with the chicanes, the classic layout with the multiple chicanes into turn one, and then of course you've got the more familiar modern layout. Now, it took me a little while to figure out what was going on with this track. When you drive it, it just feels so weird, but I think it's actually just a mirror image of Monza. It even has the Ascari chicane, which in the classic version of the track, there are trees in the middle of the Ascari chicane, as was mentioned by Martin Brundle in the commentary for the Italian Grand Prix just a few weeks ago. We have Hungary, familiar track. It only has the classic layout and the modern layout. There was no vintage racing in Hungary. And then we've got Canada starting out with Mont Royal GP. So, again, another Gran Turismo fail, guys. This is the track that was rumoured to be coming to Gran Turismo that we never saw. I think we got Lake Louise instead, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. So you've got the vintage layout, the classic layout, and the modern layout with the cranes to hook the F1 cars off. I love the art style in this game. It's so obscure but detailed in just the finer points. It's so good. And a track I haven't yet unlocked, but this is a US track, and it's Roulette Streets GP. Guys, what do you think that one is in the comments? I'm not going to give my judgment. I want to know what you think that one is. Over to Mexico now, and we've got the classic circuit and the modern circuits, Sunstone Stadium GP, Brazil Carnival Circuit GP in vintage, classic, and modern. Now guys, for sure that's Sao Paulo, can't mistake that one. Emirates GP, this has got to be Yas Marina, iconic Yas Marina circuit. It only exists in the modern era, as you'd expect. Japan with the crossover has to be Suzuka. It's the Cherry Blossom GP in the classic and modern circuits. And then this one here, this is Lion City Streets GP. I might need a hand on this one, guys. What do you think this one is? I can't quite figure it out. My initial thoughts was Miami, but the flag doesn't really tie up with what that could be. And then finally we've got Australia, Aussie Park GP, the classic layout and the modern layout as we're familiar with at the start of the season. So as it goes, that's quite a huge selection of tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If you include all the eras of the tracks, that's 30 different track layouts that you can drive. So you can play from the Pioneers generation, the 60s F1 cars, the 70s F1 cars from early, mid and late. Each of these different eras you play through and unlock from the early, mid to late. 80s F1 cars early, mid and late, 90s F1 cars early, mid and late, 2000s F1 cars early, mid and late. All different tracks are representative for the era that you are racing in, the 2010s, mid 2010s hybrid era and the 2020s, early 2020s and mid 2020s. So there's a whole lot of different cars that you can race through in the story mode. The first thing you play through in Formula Legends is the tutorial, and this is to get you up to speed with the way the car drives. It's got a certain kind of technique to it. It is an arcade racing game, but there are motorsport techniques that do translate to this. So there is going to be braking points, there is going to be acceleration points, taking the right wide sweeping lines to maximize track width. All of those things help you to get faster. So first of all, it tells you how to do the start. So being in the purple gets you that perfect start, and there we go, off we go. So we're at Spa, as we can see, but it's not actually Spa. All the tracks in this game are fictional, but they lend a nod towards the actual real life tracks. So it's just basically telling us how to brake, reverse and steer. So run through the tutorial. I'm not going to run you through it now because that's a bit boring, but when you get into the game, make sure you run through it. It tells you how you can use traction control and ABS braking. I'll get to that a little bit later in this video. The other modes available in Formula Legends are the custom modes. So we click on that, so we can have a custom race where you can decide all the different parameters. You can create yourself a custom championship where you can go up to 3 races for championship points, and then you can also replay the tutorial if you really wanted to. In the custom race, we have a bunch of different settings we can choose for these custom races. So you can choose how many qualifying laps you have before the race starts. Gran Turismo, are you listening? You can choose the length of the race. Medium race is about 8 to 10 minutes long, and the very long race is about 20-ish minutes long. So you can have long races in this game. You can choose the difficulty, easy, normal or hard. I would highly recommend, no matter how good you think you are, I would highly recommend starting with easy difficulty, because that will allow you to have a bit of space on the track so you can get used to the way the car drives without the AI interfering with how you're getting used to and getting dialed in with the way the car drives. Penalties you can turn on and off. You do get track limits penalties for cutting corners. Can be frustrating early doors, but they are something that definitely helps to keep the game fair. And then over to race assist. Now these race assists are available in all of the different races you do, and again, early starting guys, I would highly recommend to use traction control, to use ABS, and it's WRS, DRS, it's the same thing. I would highly recommend to have all of these set to on or automatic to start with. It will get you to concentrate on the driving lines and the steering mechanics of the game before you start to learn these more advanced things to do. In the custom race, you can choose to have fuel consumption on or off. Yes, fuel consumption and strategy is available, as is tyre degradation and tyre pit stops as well. We'll get to the pit stops later on in this video. Damage, you can choose it to be disabled, heavy or normal, and you can turn collisions to be on or off. So you could have a ghost style race if you really wanted to, and that could be a good thing, because the AI in this game are quite frustrating. They are more obstacles than they are probably people to go racing racing wheel to wheel with. In the custom championship mode, you can choose from 3 tracks to have in your custom championship, and you can also choose the weather for each of the races. Yes guys, we have dynamic weather in this little game here. Again, every track in this game has dynamic weather. Gran Turismo, are you listening? So yeah, you can have random weather and dynamic weather for all of the races. So it will rain during the race, it may start wet and dry up. And as you can see here, we actually have the acute version of the Nordschleifer. We also have time attack mode, and you also have photo mode. And then this car, for example, is the Whirlwind from the 2000s, and it's Max Wubber. I flipping love the art style in this game. It's so good. So we can click on a photo mode where we can just zoom in, rotate around the car, and sort all that cool stuff out. Lots of things you can change to get your photo mode. And you can hide the UI, and then just look at that. It's absolutely fantastic. The art style in this game is incredible. It's kind of like cell shaded a little bit, kind of cute caricature squashed cars, and it fits the driving mechanic absolutely perfect. But what I'm most impressed about is just the level of detail in these models, the carbon fiber on that rear suspension arm, the diffuser, the rain light, all the different aerodynamic barge board parts, the exhaust, the tires with the faux kind of livery, and all the different fake sponsors on them. I absolutely love this. Okay, let's go for a quick race around Monaco, and the modern Monaco, and we'll see how it plays. I'll give you a run through of how it feels to drive. But for this quick race, guys, I'm going to go with Nico Hulkenberg in the mid-2010s Renault. When you load into the screen, you get a quick preview of the track. It gives you the details. This is the tunnel at Monaco, of course. Now, the track layout won't be exactly the same. That is the fantastic tight hairpin, Lowe's hairpin, I believe that is. So it runs you straight into qualifying. So I think I set for 1 lap qualifying. Now, the way the car drives, you have to slow down for the corners. You have to be at the right speed for the corners. The steering can be a little bit slow but sensitive, and it's just 100 meter board to slow down there, a bit deep on the brakes there, just run a little bit wide, up through the hill. As you can see, this is unmistakably Monaco, but it's not quite. Really tight corners here, and the way to play the game is really just, I don't know, drive the corners a bit faster than you think if you're playing or thinking sim racing related. Into the tunnel, and we're going to go through the chicane, which goes the opposite way to real life. There's just subtle things in this game which echo the way it is really well, but it's just different to how it actually is in real life. So we're going to get on the brakes here for the final sequence of corners, and then we're going to run to the line. The BRS is fully charged. Now you do have BRS, which is the battery recovery system or something. That is like the hybrid deployment. You just press that with the X button on your controller. So we did 2 seconds off the pace of that lap. Now this is on medium difficulty, and you will see in this race why I recommend playing on easy to start with, because the AI will be a challenge. So here we are, is the starting grid lineup. My recommendation to do the start is to hit the throttle as soon as you see the 5th light come on. That will get you a great perfect start. There is strategy in the modern era where you can choose from hard, soft, medium tyres. I'm going to start on the medium. You can only use one type of tyre once during the race. So if you use medium, you can't put another set of mediums on, and you can use wet weather tyres. But for sure, it's mediums to start with. So I'm going to put mediums on, watching the lights at the bottom of the screen, wait for the 5th light to come on, smash that throttle, and that's going to get me a perfect start. And it's rained. I think it's rained. I don't know. Maybe the track's wet. It's hard to tell. Or a bit of bumping into turn 1. The AI can be really brutal when it comes to just car contact physics. Look into the inside here. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Oh, I went for the gap there. Wasn't quite there. Now, racing with AI is very difficult because they do seem quite stuck. Now we are on wet tyres, not dry tyres. We'll send it to the inside. Oh, big braking zone here. Oh, lovely move into the bus stop chicane. Through to back. Now we do have BRS, which is the boost. So we need to use that from time to time. The display in the bottom corner of the screen shows you all the different stuff you can use. So just depleted the DRS battery there, the ERS battery I mean. Oh, what a beautiful move into turn 1. Absolutely sent it there. The door was wide open. Looking for a move now into the slow speed corners. There we go. Beautiful. Working way up through the field here. Oh, that's a door open back there. So, oh, he's going to get me an exit. He's put an old switcheroo on me. So the way this game plays, like, you have to drive it realistic. You have to sweep in to the corners, wide line, tight exit, wide on the exit as well. You get so much speed that way. So you can employ real sim racing tactics or techniques to be fast in this game, and it's just a really fun casual game to play. Looking at the tyre wear in the bottom left, and we did get a bit of DRS there, so that's good. Blowing by him on the DRS. And once you get used to the way the car drives, the way the car handles, you can really start to just enjoy. Is it almost like a chill out, casual, not so serious racing game? But at the same time, the graphic style, even the sound is good. Absolutely terrible corner exit there. A bit of slipstream there into the tunnel. Now I will do a corner cut to show you the corner cut penalties. Need to find a convenient time to do that. Not quite there. Not many corners to cut on Monaco. What was that? A mega dive bomb from AI, and that is the reason why I'm going to recommend keeping the AI on easy, just so they don't do crazy stuff like that. Have a few hours, just get yourself used to the way the car drives, progress through the story, and you're good to go. So we are 6 seconds off the lead of the race, in 10th out of 14, and even on medium difficulty, even when I'm driving pretty good, it's hard work. I'm going to cut this corner here, and you'll see the we get the track limits exceeded area. You had 3 track limits infringements. After the third one, you then start to get 1 second to your race time every further track limits infringement, which is really good game mechanic, I think, guys. The 3 track limits is the exact same as in actual F1. You get shown the black and white flag, which tells you any further track limits infringements, and you will be getting penalties. Yeah, it's just fun to drive. Just such a... Once you get used to the way the car drives, it's just great fun. So we will need to take fuel, which in the actual proper story mode championship, it's representative for each of the eras you go through. So in the modern era, you won't be taking on fuel, but the pit stops are really fun, and they're a challenging mini game at the same time as well. So we're going to go into the pits on this lap, maybe a 1 lap too early, but it's good to do. We're going to throw it into the pits, and as you go into the pit lane, you get to choose your tyres. I want to put some hards on to finish. Once we arrive at the pit box, you use the triggers to decide to repair and or fuel, and you also need to play a mini game at the bottom, doing the right button sequences to change your tyres, and then press the 2 thumbs when you're good to go. That in itself is a pretty fun mechanic, guys. It allows you to be able to do things faster or make mistakes to make a slow pit stop. It really does add another dimension to the game. And then now we're in almost last position, but some drivers won't have pitted. And we get on the boost now. Send it through the chicane. Oh, absolutely fantastic line through that chicane there, but didn't get the exit we wanted. Oh, almost hit the inside of the barrier there. Oh, absolutely shocking line on the exit there, but getting purple in the middle sector. Again, other real life motorsport stuff is shown in the game, going purple sectors, green sectors, yellow sectors if you had a bad sector. Oh, dive, absolute dive. Oh, I ran way too deep there. It's just a fun little game. And then playing all the different cars through the different eras of F1, they all drive subtly different, but they are familiar enough to allow you just to pick up any race and just go and have a great race with it. Looking for a move. Oh, he left the door way open. Track limits warning, but we'll get away with it. Send it into Tabac. Oh, beautiful. He's at the wall. Oh, he's absolutely hit the wall. I've pushed him into that mistake there, and now the sun's come out. Again, another thing on this game, the lighting and the mood of the circuits is fantastic. You just get a great feeling when the sun comes out. It feels fantastic. Like the sun's out, all's good. The track just feels faster. Whether it actually is faster or not, I don't know, but it feels fast. Feels faster. And then when it's all dull and the sun's in, it's like, oh, and then the rain starts to come in, which changes the dynamic of the race. Oh, another send on the brakes into the chicane. Oh, a bit of contact. Oh, run wide there. Up to 4th. It's a podium on the car. I've really just frustrated that AO driver into a mistake. So there's a couple of laps remaining. Is a podium on the car. It's got Danny Ricciardo ahead of us. 1.8 seconds, 1.6 seconds. So we're chasing him down. This hard tyre strategy. Oh, big mistake. I was going to say this hard tyre strategy was working really well. Oh, but it's lost out a huge chunk there now. Running out of ERS as well. Oh, very wide corner. Get on the boost on the exit. I've put a focus together for 2 good last laps. Oh, big send through there. That's a cut. So the next cut I receive is going to be a 1 second penalty. I don't want to show you because I want to come on the podium in this race, but if it happens to be shown, then oh, massive crash, clip the inside. Oh, I'm causing chaos. Absolute car park at the hairpin. Oh dear. Oh, it's all gone absolutely to shit. But it does give me a moment now. I'm going to tell you that you can change the view as you're racing. So the default view that you would race with is this close chase cam view, which is actually fantastic. It works really good. You get really down into the heart of the racetrack when you're racing through here, but it can make it a little bit harder to learn some of the tracks. So my personal favorite view is to go one step up from the default view. It gives you a better view over the track ahead, but you could go even higher, even higher, even higher, and you can go almost right down to onboard view, and it's absolutely mad from the onboard view. It just feels so fast when you're driving from onboard. You can just hit your braking markers really well. It's terrible for learning the track, but it's so good for that sense of speed. And yeah, it's really good. The sense of speed is fantastic with the onboard view. I think the standard view is a really good compromise. You get to see a good amount of the track, and I think the kind of game is optimized for this view. But when you're learning some of the tracks to start with, it can be a little bit difficult to see far enough ahead. Whoa, wrecked the car. It can be a little bit difficult to see far enough ahead to... Oh, God, absolutely murdered Hans Troll there. And yeah, damage is on, so I'm down at 63% damage, but that's why I like to use the slightly higher view. Sorry, Lewis. And there we go. That's an example of the track limits penalties. I've gone over my 3 allowed track limits issues, and I will be getting a 1 second time penalty to the end of this race. Not that it really matters because I've completely thrown the race away already, but it's something to be cautious of if you are in the battle of a race, and we're going to come across the line to finish the race now. At the end of this race, you will get this fantastic graphic of the top 3 of the race in this iconic art style that is for Formula Legends. And unfortunately, I'm nowhere near the podium in this race, absolutely shat out. And then as we see on screen now, we've got the plus 1 second time added to the race. Just a quick run through the options now. So you can turn off vibration, you can change units of measure, you can change... for each era that you race, there is a filter that is put onto the screen to help you get the vibe for that era of the game. I'll show you that in a second, but you can choose to turn it off completely. Language, you can choose the minimap, you can choose whether you want to be full or zoomed in. For audio, you have control over master volume, music, sound effects and engine sounds. You've got the gamma correction to allow you to change the brightness for your TV. The controls are on screen, but they are remappable, so if you want to change the way you control the car, if you want to steer with the right stick or the left stick, you can change these out. So it is made by 3D Clouds. It is a small development studio in Italy, and if Italians know one thing, that is racing. Is the game fun? Undoubtedly yes. Is the game perfect? I've noticed a few little bugs. I'm playing on base PS5 and there have been a few little discrepancies during my playthrough. I'll just run you through them now, that they may get patched out by the time the full game is released on launch day. The first one is sometimes the textures on a changeable weather race, they kind of go quite low detail as the kind of rain comes in. The surface textures for the tarmac and the grass, they seem to just switch out and take a long time to load in fully. I've also seen the AI get very confused at one race I did coming out the pits. They just didn't know what to do after doing that. And another minor detail that specifically for me is annoying is that I can't change the focal length in photo mode within the game. So if I go into the pause menu from racing, go into photo mode, it allows me to just move around, change the camera position to be where I want it to be, which is fantastic. Now I want a shot like that, that's pretty cool. If I head over to the focus camera aperture, I can change that, but the focus distance for some reason just there, the buttons don't work to change that for me. So annoyingly, I can't take a good screenshot or a photo for the thumbnail of this video, which is a bit frustrating. So set up a perfect photo like this one here, I can't change the focus distance. The background so far away is in focus. I want the car to be in focus. Just a little bug here. So guys, if you can do all these details like that, that's just going to make the game absolutely spot on. I would really also love to see a replay mode. The art style and the graphics on this game and the way the cars drive and carve around the track, they look so good. It would be incredible if you could have a replay with TV camera angles and low down shots and pan-in shots of the races that we've just done. It's a waste of this incredible art style not to have a full replay mode. I really hope that's something that can be implemented in the future of Formula Legends. So let me try and summarize this game. It really is fantastic. If you are a motorsports and a Formula 1 through the eras fan, then you will definitely have a huge laugh with this game. There is a specific driving style to the way it drives, but I think you can download the demo for free and just see if you get used to it. I would recommend giving yourself at least 30 minutes to get dialed into the way the car drives, because for me, once I got over that initial 30 minutes of frustration to understand the flow of the way the car drives, it really just unlocks a huge pleasure for driving all of the different cars all the way through the eras for about $18. I think it is £18, wherever you are in your local currency. Check it out. It is a budget game. It's not a high cost AAA big budget game. This is a small team of development people in Italy that have a passion for motorsport, and that clearly comes through in the way the game is presented with its art style and the way you can drive in a motorsports way to be fast driving. It's not a straight up arcade racer. You do need to drive properly, get on the brakes, get the car slowed down and rotated, and power on for corner exit. I absolutely love this game. It's really, really good. There are quite a few things to play through. I've not done all of the races yet, and I've been playing for 10 hours already. So you get a good chunk of playtime through this. And it's a really welcome break from some of the more serious sims like Le Mans Ultimate, for example, that I've been playing recently, Gran Turismo, which features heavily on my channel. Big budget game. This is a small team of development people in Italy that have a passion for motorsport, and that clearly comes through in the way the game is presented with its art style and the way you can drive in a motorsports way to be fast driving. It's not a straight up arcade racer. You do need to drive properly, get on the brakes, get the car slowed down and rotated, and power on for corner exit. I absolutely love this game. It's really, really good. There are quite a few things to play through. I've not done all of the races yet, and I've been playing for 10 hours already. So you get a good chunk of playtime through this, and it's a really welcome break from some of the more serious sims like Le Mans Ultimate, for example, that I've been playing recently, Gran Turismo, which features heavily on my channel. If you just want to sit down, pick up a controller and drive some cars around the track, then this if you want to just sit down, chill out, pick up a controller, thrash some cars around the track, this game is absolutely perfect. Now, I don't have any affiliation or link to this developer at all. All I was doing was providing this game early for free. It doesn't matter to me if you buy it or not. My recommendation is purely because I actually think it's a good game. It's not perfect, as I mentioned before. There's a few little bugs which I'm sure will get ironed out. There's a few features which I really wish should be there. And I think in the future, guys, of course, it's crying out for online time trials and perhaps some multiplayer, maybe without car contact, maybe just ghost multiplayer races. That could be really, really fun. If you have enjoyed this longer deep dive video, guys, then make sure you smash that like button below. Let me know in the comments below if you're interested in getting this game. And also, guys, don't forget, pick out some of those name pseudonyms in here because they are really, really fun. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.